Hi everyone, it's Karen, and we're here with day number 8 in Vlogtober, and I'm having a nice, mostly relaxing day today. I was planning on going out for dinner with a friend of mine, another lady from church. I was planning on going out with her for dinner tonight. It turns out she's unable to make it tonight after all, so we rescheduled and we're going to go out for lunch on Saturday instead. So it'll be nice to get together and visit with her. I haven't really had a chance to see much of her since March. So it's been a long time since I've been able to visit and spend some time with her. So sorry about that. So it's been a long time since I've had a chance to spend a bit of time with her, so that'll be nice. So I've got a little bit of schoolwork done already today. I have a little bit of grading. It's always there. The grading is it never goes away. It never goes away. But then again, I guess if I'm the professor that hands out assignments, that's kind of a catch-22, isn't it? I have to give assignments, or I do give out assignments, so I create grading for myself, even though grading is my least favorite part of the job. It's a necessary evil, I guess we can call it that. So today I want to spend a little bit of time working on my altered book glue book from my Reader's Digest book. So I want to spend a little bit of time this afternoon working on my altered book glue book, and I want to thin it out a little bit more. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and pull out roughly every second page so that it's thinned out significantly, so that when I start adding images, it doesn't bulk up crazy. I did end up last night redoing another gauge swatch for the mystery shawl that I'm going to be starting tomorrow. So I had posted a picture of it on the group on Ravelry that is devoted to the mystery shawl. I posted a picture over there, and I had some people commenting that it wouldn't be a bad idea if I tried swatching with smaller needles to see how that turned out, and to try to get it closer to the gauge that the pattern is written for. So I did do that last night when we were watching some TV. I pulled out another set of smaller, one size down. I went from a 3.5 to a 3.25 millimeter and redid the gauge swatch, and I'll show you. I've got that all measured out. I will show you that. I'll go over onto my other table in just a couple minutes, and I'll measure it out and show you. But I know I had said over the last few days that I was just, I'm just going to go with what I had. I changed my mind. So I guess that's my prerogative. I can change my mind whenever I want to, I suppose. And I think I will be glad that I have changed my mind. I'm much prefer the fabric that is created using the smaller needles. So yeah, in general, my knitting is a little bit on the looser side, so I frequently do have to go down a needle size to meet gauge. So it's probably a good thing that I'm going down a needle size, and I'm actually, in hindsight, I'm really glad that I posted that picture on Ravelry and got some feedback on it, because I really think I'm going to be much happier with the fabric now than I was using the larger needles. So I did that. I'm going to spend a little bit of time pulling some pages out of my altered book glue book, and I'm going to do a separate video on that and post that on my channel as well. And since my dinner plans tonight didn't come to be, I think the hubby and I are just going to throw some French fries and fish sticks in the oven and call it a quick and easy dinner for us tonight. But I am going to make an apple crisp for dessert tonight. We haven't had one in a long time, and it's probably one of my husband's absolute favorite desserts, and it's one that I really enjoy as well. So I'll make that a little bit later, and if I think of it and remember, I'll videotape some of that, or at least show you what it looks like. I hope I remember to do that for you guys. I've kind of been bad at remembering to videotape any of my food stuff for you. So anyways, I'm going to go get some of that done. I have a Zoom meeting to sit in on from 4 till 5 this afternoon. So once that's done, I'll get supper thrown in the oven and get the apple crisp started. But I'll get that done. The president of the university is having like a little mini open house for faculty and staff for any kind of questions with what's going on with the health concerns and things going on right now. So that's going to be a more regular thing that's being done. I think they said it's going to be every week on, I guess, Thursday afternoons. I'll tune in for this first one, and I'll see what it's all about and see what they have to say. So I'll get that done. So I'll be able to get some knitting done while I'm doing that. Oh, and you can see in the background, I got my extra skein of yarn that I was able to get to do the sleeves on my sweater. So I'm hoping that the dye lot looks like it's quite similar. So don't fall. So I don't know if I'll get started with that today, doing the sleeves, because the shawl pattern comes out tomorrow, and I really want to get started on that right away, so at least I'm sort of up to date with it when it begins. I usually tend to get bogged down and I get far behind on those pretty quickly, so at least if I get started at the right time, then I might have a better chance of keeping up a little bit. So, and plus I need it's the same size needles that I need for the sleeves on my Tenya sweater is the same as the size I've gone down to for the mystery shawl. I did order a second set of needles, and they'll be arriving sometime tomorrow, but it likely won't probably get here before lunchtime. So kind of think I want to cast on the mystery shawl. It sounds like the pattern is going to be released Amsterdam time in the morning, so by the time I get up in the morning, the pattern should be out and ready to go. So I really might be wanting to get going on the shawl first thing in the morning. So I kind of think I'm going to leave Tenya aside for a little bit and come back and add the sleeves onto that in a little while. Alrighty, that's enough rambling. I'm going to get going, and I'm going to get that gauge swatch measured out and see how that looks. And I'm going to get started on doing a little bit of work on my altered book and see if I can get another video up about that. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in a little while. Bye. So I did decide yesterday to try doing another gauge swatch for the mystery shawl that I'm going to be working on starting on Friday. And I had posted a picture of my swatch and my gauge details in the Ravelry thread, and I had some people suggesting that it might be not a bad idea for me to try using a smaller set of needles and see if I'm closer to the gauge and see if I like the fabric a little bit better that way. So I decided I'll take their advice. So initially the pattern calls for 3.5 millimeter needles, or a US size 4. So I did that initially, and my gauge was a little bit loose. So I thought, well, I'll go down. So I thought, okay, let's go down to 3.25, and we'll we'll check that and see how that looks. So we'll do a quick check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I'm at 23. Before I was only at 21 stitches. I've got 23 stitches over a 4-inch swatch, and this is unwashed, so this still has the spinning oils in. Unwashed, unblocked, I've just laid it out gently. Now, again, I don't have a full 4 inches here, so we'll just do 2. So each of these are 4, 8, 12, 16, almost double this, 32. So I'm a lot closer on my row gauge as well. So I do think I am going to, ambulance coming by. So I do think I am going to go down a needle size, and I will make this using 3.25 millimeter or a US size 3, and we'll do the shawl at that gauge. And I do like the look of the fabric more. It's not quite as airy or loosey-goosey as it was on the other swatch that I made. Now, and again, granted, this is unwashed. It still has the spinning oils, so it is going to, the look will change a little bit once it's been washed, but I think I'm just going to be lazy and I'm not going to bother washing this one and swatching it out, because the pattern will be out tomorrow morning. You know, even if I do wash it out now, it's not going to be dry in time for me to be able to make a really strong decision on it. So I'm just going to leave it as is. So you can see that this is a little bit smaller, using the smaller needle size. So there we have that. I also want to spend a little bit of time today. I have some pictures that I have harvested from a couple magazines. Most of them are actually, these ones are from travel brochures. And I just want to cut out these images into a nice size for going into my glue book, which I am going to spend a little bit of time working on that this afternoon as well. And I also got, the other day I got a Knit Picks catalog. So I pulled out some of the images in there that will fit as a 5x7 and will work in my journal or in my glue book. The picture of the knitting needles, that'll work out nicely. These will be gorgeous. So that, well, either this one, or what I was thinking is figure out how to get a few pages or a few images pulled out of here. I also like this, but it would end up with some of the text on there. So if I were to go, yeah. Yeah, it would have, I don't want the text on there really. And I like these colors, so we'll trim some of those down, but I think I'll do a separate video on that. So that's something else I want to I want to get done today, or get started on a little bit today. And I do want to spend a bit of time videotaping that for a separate video. And then I have my old Reader's Digest that I started culling out some of the pages, but I still have a lot more pages that need to be pulled out of here. So what I think I'm going to do is go through here and start taking out, I think I want to take out roughly half the pages. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go through and probably take out every second page. And that should thin it out nicely. And then I'll start gluing in some of the images. And then I'll decide later if I want to add more images on top, or if I just want to do an entire book with just background. And I honestly am leaning towards just doing an entire book all backgrounds, because I love that look. I think it looks really nice. I might get another one of these Reader's Digest because they're easy to find. There's a bunch more at my local thrift store. I think I took a page out of there already. I think by taking out every second page, it'll be nice and evenly distributed with the pages that are being culled out. So I think I'll go and I've already pulled one out there. Yeah, so you can see that we're allowing a lot more space to add more, because this will bulk up significantly when I start putting a lot more pages in. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to do a separate video of this and post that completely separately. Alrighty, so I'll be back in a little while and we'll see what else I get up to today. Oh, apple crisp. But we have no ice cream. Oh well. So we will enjoy some apple crisp for dessert, and I will see you guys later on. Bye.